Hi, everybody, and welcome to our next POFPS newsletter. I'm Dr. Jackie Weaver-Agostoni, current president of POFPS. We hope you enjoy the new format of this newsletter, where we hope to introduce more of us to you. The POFPS CME Symposium will be July 24th to the 26th at the Hershey Lodge. It will be available in person or simulcast virtually and on demand. It will have the same format as the last 2 years, where Friday and Saturday are in person or simulcast, and Sunday will be all on-demand content. The second annual OMT workshop will be returning on Sunday, July 26th, featuring a new track of education to support maintaining your ABOFP OMT certification. POFPS members will get a discounted rate to attend. Registration is now open. Please visit pofps.org to register. And lastly, please join me in congratulating our very own Secretary-Treasurer, Lynn Willson, DO, on being selected to serve as an ACOFP governor.
Hi, I'm Christine Rohanna, Vice President of POFPS, and I'm here to remind you or tell you for the first time that we have access to free patient safety credits. This year, we'll be providing patient safety credits in the form of presentations given by several of our residency programs, who, of course, we would love to thank. That would be Jefferson, Lehigh Valley, UPMC Altoona, and UPMC Shadyside. Those will all be available online and, again, free. We also have access to 3.5 credits from ACOFP in their e-learning center. So if you need the patient safety credits, we are more than happy to provide those for you. And just check out our links that we have on our webpage, as well as sign up, join. We can get you those credits for free. In the meantime, happy holidays.
Hello from Lynn Willson, your POFPS Secretary-Treasurer. I just wanted to take a time out to thank you for being a member. Remember that your POFPS membership gets you access to free patient safety credits. These are presented by the residency programs from across the state that are the future of our profession. Membership also gives you access to the lowest cost CME in the state and access to our OMT workshop to help you maintain your OMT certification. Know that you are a part of the strongest osteopathic family medicine community in the nation. And for only $110 a year, less than one Starbucks coffee a week, you can get all of that and more. So please keep POFPS strong in 2026.
Hi, I'm Tyler Burke. I'm the Senior Director of Government Affairs for POMA. I wanted to take a moment and talk to you about different legislative happenings, both in Washington and in Harrisburg, that are affecting the osteopathic profession. As you are all probably aware, the Big Beautiful Bill was passed earlier this year, and it is in fact a very large bill that contains many different pieces that will largely touch our patients and our profession across the board. But the one that I really want to draw some attention to today is the financial cap on student loans at $200,000 or $50,000 per year. This cap is something that we have heard a lot of advocacy from our students and those who want to be osteopathic physicians in the future, that the cost of medical school is just too high and that cap is pushing them for private support and it is limiting the pool of osteopathic physicians in the future. I was in DC last week advocating with the AOA and the ACOFP on multiple different issues, and this was brought up multiple times. So I do want everyone to know that this is being discussed and being worked on, but our advocacy is very much necessary and needed at this point. Another thing that I want to bring up is also contained in the Big Beautiful Bill was $50 billion for rural health care. That $50 billion was set aside to help backfill some of the cuts that were made previously. $25 billion of that $50 billion will be divided evenly amongst the state. The other 25 will be driven out via a CMS rubric. Now, the CMS rubric is something that I have never seen before, as it is unprecedented. CMS has taken the position that scope of practice is now a recommended change, and we are talking scope of practice for physician assistants, nurse practitioners, EMTs, psychologists, pharmacists. It is a range of different changes, and so it is now being incentivized with funding to change. And to be clear, the incentive here is to change towards the mid-level provider. The CMS guidance clearly outlines both the nurse practitioner and the physician assistant national associations ranking of states as the metric by which CMS will be grading. So in Pennsylvania, we have luckily had conversations with the powers that be that scope of practice at this point is off the table for this funding. They are going to do a few other things, nutrition CME, compacts for physician assistants to get a little bit of extra money for those rural hospitals and rural healthcare in general. But it is something that we very much are paying attention to as the trend of CMS taking a more front seat driver role is becoming prevalent in the United States. And so here at POMA and POFPS, we are really advocating for the osteopathic physician to remain in charge of their patient relationship and their practice. And so if you ever need any assistance, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is tburke@poma.org. Thank you.